Out in AFL history, witnesses a rampaging Geelong overpower Sydney at the MCG. Cats fans lap up their club's first grand final victory in 11 years, and Robbie Williams rocks the MCG. With a tribute to Shane Warne and John Farnham.
This is Melbourne's 9 News with Dougal Beattie.
Good evening. Geelong is once again on top of the football world after a grand final day annihilation of Sydney. In front of more than 100,000 fans, captain Joel Selwood broke down in tears on the final siren as the Cats clinched their 10th premiership in glorious fashion. Clint Stanaway is live for us at the MCG. Clint, the Cats were unstoppable today.
Oh, it was brutal, Dougal, and it's party time right now if you are a Geelong Footy Club fan. After what's been a really dominant season, this today was an equally dominant performance on footy's biggest occasion. And right now there is celebrations right across this famous precinct on the MCG, of course, as you can see there on the concourse behind me, to the Footy Festival live site, and soon we'll see in our news at Cardinia Park too. It is, of course, the club's 10th premiership. The storylines are so many. Patrick Dangerfield, who finally has that premiership he's craved, inspirational skipper Joel Selwood, and also Tom Hawkins, they broke down in tears. And how about Tyson Stengel, who was given that second chance in footy and he's grabbed it with two hands. Then there's the Norm Smith medalist too, Isaac Smith, who now has his 4th premiership. Melbourne, it seems, was at its sparkling best as the grand final returned to the mighty G in front of 100,024 people. The Cats set up their day with 6 goals to 1 in the first quarter, and they never look back, winners by 71 points. Joshua Dorr has our highlights.
After 2 years interstate, the grand final was finally back where it belongs at the G. And what a day for it. No sign of Max Holmes in the rooms. The young Cat a late withdrawal.
In my mind, he's probably 98% there, but we just needed certainty for the team.
A special moment as Geelong emerged to a familiar face in Gary Ablett and 3-year-old son Levi, who'd lead the team out in the arms of Joel Selwood. So many storylines, whether Buddy or the veteran Cats back for more. One of those veterans firing the first shot.
We know how good he is, and he kicks the first goal in the 2022 grand final.
Hardly a new tactic, but still one strong enough to bag Tom Hawkins an early double.
Once again, Hawkins with an inside-out slider. He is brilliant at this.
Sydney's first goal came moments later from the boot of Will Hayward, who was certainly pumped up, but this quarter belonged to Geelong.
This is a hot start. This is a white-hot start for Geelong.
Isaac Smith torching the Swans in a 2-minute burst.
Isaac Smith, 2 in a row.
The Cats amassing their biggest ever quarter-time score in a grand final, 6-5-41. Their physical pressure seemingly relentless, and in the second term, it was Tyson Stengel reaping the rewards.
He is living the dream.
The Swans were by now only just hanging on.
There we are.
Hayden McLean with a goal in his first game for 140 days as the hits kept coming. Tom Stewart, suspended earlier this year, living dangerously as Callum Mills launched a captain's goal.
Can the skipper ignite something here? I reckon he has.
Having cut the margin to 36 at half-time, Mills found some confidence, exchanging words with Selwood. But one man who couldn't find a spark was Sam Reid. The injured Swan subbed out with just 4 touches to his name.
Yeah, paperwork's in, so unfortunately Sam Reid out with that adductor.
From there, the Cats inflicted more pain, making Tom McCartan pay for his turnover. A third from Smith snuffing out any last hope.
He's already got a couple. He's got another one. It is raining goals.
Not to be outdone, Stengel pounced on the sloppy Swans to push the lead beyond 60. His 4th goal, a work of art.
It's extraordinary. They have blown the Swans away.
While Cameron Ling was loving his front row seat, Sydney legend Michael O'Loughlin could barely watch. Cam Guthrie making way for Brandon Parfitt, who applied the finishing touch.
Picked up by Close, comes back to Parfitt. He's just come on the ground and kicked the goal.
Euphoria for the sub and the coach who made the tough call. But nothing could match this emotion.
Knocked down to Selwood, wouldn't it be great? Got it working the right way. The skipper, the hero, the superstar. much.
Cats fans, stand up to your full height and celebrate this champion team that has delivered you your 10th premiership.
Brothers in arms, the tears overflowing for a celebration these Cats thought may never come.
They're so hard to win. They're so hard to win, and every side says it, but I think we deserved one.
Worth the wait and better than I could have ever imagined. It's bloody special.
For Isaac Smith, the fourth flag, but this one with a special first, a Norm Smith medal.
My hero growing up. Pop, I love you.
The oldest premiers in history, with a mighty party waiting back down the highway.
It's coming home, back where it belongs.
Joshua Dorr, 9 News.
Okay, let's head to Geelong now, and Penelope Leash is with the fans at Cardinia Park. Penny, what was it like when the final siren sounded?
Oh, absolute scenes of elation here, Dougal. They were singing. They were up on their feet. They knew early on that Geelong was bringing the Premiership Cup home here to them, back to the fans. There was certainly lots of tears here as well, not just at the MCG. One of the people who I saw tearing up in those moments, Tracy, what was that moment leading up to the final siren like?
Just amazing. Just speechless, really. Yeah, just amazing. Yeah.
And what does it mean to have it back here, to have the Premiership back?
Oh, great. Another one for the cabinet over there. You can't have too many.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And Xanthi, what was your favourite bit?
Winning.
Fantastic. That's it, winning. And what do you think's going to happen in Geelong over the next 24 hours, Tracy?
Well, I'm going to hop in my car and do a few hooney laps around town. Not bad for a 61-year-old.
There you go. So Geelong is ready to party. And just to see what it's going to be like, guys, take us out with the song.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong,
2022, the greatest team of all.
Great work, Penny. I reckon it's going to be a big night ahead down there in Geelong. Thank you. And Adam Hegarty has spent the afternoon with Swan supporters in South Melbourne. Adam, they're drowning their sorrows tonight.
Dougal, they are indeed. Different mood down here. A few hugs, a few tears. Mate, you flew in from Sydney just to be here. That was a really tough watch. How you feeling?
Yeah, down at the Swannies headquarters at the Rising Sun. Disappointing day out here. Was expecting a closer game, and it was just the Swannies got blew away. The Cats were way too good. Pretty sad.
What went wrong? What went wrong?
Buddy didn't fire.
I don't think I spotted him all day.
No, he didn't kick a goal, did he? No, it was a sad day for the Swans. None of them fired. I don't know what went wrong. Everything.
The flip side is that's Sydney and then South Melbourne Bloods from way back. Tough going for you guys, mate. How you feeling?
It was a tough day. I've got to say, slightly embarrassing. We got our pants pulled down by Dad's Army today. So, but we're a young team and we'll get better. And next year we'll come back stronger.
That's being positive. What are the positives you take out of today? That is tough to do.
It was. A couple of young guys played really well. Most of the team didn't. But anyway, next year I'll be back here and we'll be supporting them.
Good stuff, mate. Good resilience. Well done, guys. Well done. Commiserations, Dougal. They're copping it on the chin down here in South Melbourne.
Yeah, they've done well. Adam Hegarty, thank you. Well, the MCG has roared back to life in spectacular fashion as the grand final returned to its rightful home. Robbie Williams stole the show with a powerful tribute to the late Shane Warne and John Farnham. Reid Butler was there.
The pilgrimage to the mighty G for the grand final, there's nothing better. Well, there is one thing.
What will it mean for you if the Cats win?
Everything. I don't know, tears, emotion, better than when I had my first child.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Big call.
The gates opened for MCC members at 8 a.m. And just like that, the troubles of the past few years felt like a distant memory. The passion was palpable.
Our banners fly high from dawn to dark down at Cardinia Park. Go Caddy!
As fans warmed their vocal cords inside, Robbie Williams showed them how it's done. A phenomenal pre-game effort after a fizzer of a grand final parade. Even the Prime Minister had a dig.
Having watched the parade on the Yarra yesterday, to quote a former Prime Minister, we do need to stop the boats.
But it appears all is now forgiven.
Judging by the atmosphere here, it is clear that fans have missed having the grand final at the MCG. It's been 3 long years, and finally footy is back at its traditional home.
Cats supporters braved enemy territory.
Is this a bit awkward?
Nah, it's just a rivalry. We hate each other.
And it was better than Christmas morning for the Smith family, all 8 of them.
Favourite player?
Selwood. Tom Stewart. Hawkins. Selwood.
Tom Hawkins. Tom Hawkins.
And imagine the celebration in their house tonight, the Cats on top, and the spirit of the MCG brighter than it's ever been. Reid Butler, 9 News.
Well, it was a glorious Melbourne day for football, but not everyone was interested in the big match. Many instead chose to go to the movies or the zoo, taking advantage of lighter crowds and quieter queues. Shubha Krishnan with the story.
It may be the talk of the town, but not for everyone.
Not interested in the footy at all. I don't even know who's playing. It's between a cat and a bird or something.
Thousands flocking to the Melbourne show, taking advantage of the lighter crowds.
We assumed it'd be a bit quieter with everyone who was going for the football, so we thought if we bring the kids today, it'll be a little bit easier.
For some, it was the wrong team.
Because Collingwood lost and I'd rather be anywhere but there.
We were going for Tigers, weren't we, mate? And they didn't make it, otherwise we would have been at home.
And for others, it was the wrong code.
So I take it you're not interested in the footy?
Nah, I'm an NRL fan, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm in.
There were no cats or swans, but Melbourne Zoo had plenty of other animals on show.
She loves the animals, this one, yep.
Especially the baby penguins.
Our friends are visiting from New South Wales, so we brought them to the zoo. It's been a great day out, the weather's been amazing, so we've had a great time.
Some decided to watch something entirely different.
I like the movies quite a lot, and I didn't know the football was on.
Tickets to the grand final started at $185. For that price, you could watch one of these movies 10 times over. The Italian Film Festival, a change of pace from Melbourne's football-mad culture.
Just making the most of absorbing the culture that I come from.
Shubha Krishnan, 9 News.
Now returning to the MCG for sport with Clint Stanaway.
Thanks so much, Dougal. Hello again. After the break in sport, we have a whole lot more reaction for you from what's quickly becoming one giant premiership party here for the Cats. Could this be a fitting send-off for one of the game's greatest? Also, we'll hear from the fans who've ridden every bump along the way. Well, welcome back to the MCG, where Geelong is tonight celebrating a 10th premiership after what was a clinical grand final performance against the Sydney Swans. The Cats kicked 6 goals in the first term and never really looked back, winning by 81 points in the end. Joel Selwood set the tone with 26 disposals and a goal as well. Emotional post-game, it's raised fresh questions about whether or not this might have been his last game.
They're so hard to win. And every side says it, but I think we deserved one.
It's just monumental. I'm so lucky to play for a club that I barracked for as a kid, and to be given an opportunity every year to be able to compete at the highest stage.
It's not hyperbole to say that 2 or 3 years ago we were in real trouble. We're back getting quality people into our place, and we just keep persevering. I couldn't be more proud of the whole Geelong community.
This is the pinnacle. This is what it means to be content, I think. Worth the wait and better than I could have ever imagined. It's bloody special. I'm still in a little bit of shock, to be honest. It was an unbelievable performance by the boys, and yeah, to have 4, it's silly, to be honest.
When you wake up this morning, you dream of this. All year we've thought about it. We wanted to make the final day and then win it all, and to be able to do that's just incredible.
Indescribable, mate. It's been a really tough year, tough few years for the footy community and the world in general. So to be back amongst this, I'll remember this the rest of my life, mate.
It's pretty surreal. Didn't know if I'd
was going to end up on the AFL list this time 12 months ago, and to be in this position today is still sinking in.
I just had to stay ready throughout the game, and sort of the last 10 minutes got the call, and I was just buzzing to get out there, and thankfully I kicked a goal, and loving it at the moment.
So while it's been pretty wild here at the G, celebrations are expected to continue right through the night in Geelong. Penelope Leash is in Cats Heartland for us. Penny, what's it like there?
Well, it was scenes of absolute elation. The crowd thinning out a little bit now, but they are ready to party well into next week. We know from Tuesday morning, that's when we're going to see the Cup paraded through the streets of Geelong. They've been waiting for it only since 2011, but still waiting a long time. The Cattery behind the team the whole time today, on their feet. Lots of hugs, lots of high fives, a few tears as that final siren sounded. Let's take a listen to some of the fans. Yeah! That was amazing. I'm so glad we came to Geelong today. We're just so happy and so beautiful for Joel. So I'm still out of breath. It's been fabulous. People certainly ready to celebrate in Geelong tonight. That's likely to go throughout the weekend and into next week. They can't believe that they're finally premiers again. The biggest cheer today was for Joel Selwood, who they think may have played his final game, but what a gift he's given to the club and to these guys as well. They've just got one message for everyone at home.
Enjoy, Penny. Thanks so much for that. All right, well, back here at the MCG, Richmond has had a couple of wins on grand final day. Tigers youngster Hugo Ralphsmith and his flowing blonde mullet took out the grand final sprint, beating out Bulldog Latham Vandermeer and St Kilda's Brad Hill.
We had some bloody good competitors out there. I think Brad Hill was absolutely humming, so I'm up to get it out.
Not far from here, the Tigers also produced a big boil-over in the AFLW. Even without star Katie Brennan, the hosts kept the undefeated Lions to just the one goal.
So let's see if Wakefield can kick her second and the Tigers second, both against the breeze. Good celebrations for that one too.
And that 4-point win takes Richmond into the top 8.
Off a huge weekend in Melbourne, Dougal.
Yeah, so good to have it back in town. Thanks, Maddie. And that is 9 News for this Saturday. We leave you with Geelong, the 2022 AFL Premiers. Good night.